sir.
Yeah. So
Okay.
your colleagues will definitely see what is on the channel. I will send the channel to your your WhatsApp address in there. I don't know if you have my channel, so I will just send it
Okay,
there,
sir.
so you can connect directly from the WhatsApp to the YouTube channel, and then whatever we'll
Okay.
discuss here will be on that tape, and you guys can share
Okay,
with
sir.
your colleagues, and or they themselves can see, and then follow up maybe from next class. This is just the first class today. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I've not met you guys before, so I know I'm Mr. Selu, and I did not teach you during the first semester. So I
Okay.
try to connect someone so that I can get your contact, and then we'll start the classes. So I'm Mr. Selu, and you I see Mohammed, Lamin, and then you are what? What's your name?
Isaac
Isaac.
Daniel.
Okay, Isaac. Okay, you are Isaac. Okay. So this is what we'll cover this semester. Oh. I'm sharing the screen. I hope you can see the screen share. Yeah, let
Yes,
me
Yes,
just
sir.
sir.
try to make it better. So that's the screen share. You can see the screen share, and not so
Yes.
in
Okay.
the so the Department of Mathematics and Statistics, private college, and so the easy way, if you're using, like, you can mute your mic when I'm presenting. Okay, so like Mohammed, I saw you mute your mic just now. Yeah, I don't know if Isaac, you can also, you know how to mute your mic on your iPhone. That's like what Mohammed has done right now, so that you can, is that there's somewhere that you can mute, and exactly, that's perfect, perfect, yeah, it's perfect. So you cannot get feedbacks, and that's why. So that is it, and the content is, so when you want to comment, you can just like unmute your mic, and then you can make your comment if you want to ask a question or you want to say anything. Okay, and so this is survey and interview methods. It is start 1, 2, 3. So we want to become statisticians, and we're doing a postgraduate diploma program in statistics, and so definitely in statistics we always do surveys, we do interviews, and which methods, the best methods that we can use to get information from people, and then use those information, analyze them, and then inform decision making. So that is it. So it is start 1, 2, 3, and it's so this is second semester. Your note is available now. I'll try to get a class rep that can get you guys. You can copy this note, and you can you can you can photocopy this note, and then you can use the notes to while we hold class, you can just use the notes, and it becomes very easy for you guys. Okay. I see Chidi. Yeah, Chidi is trying to come on board, and yeah, it was start organizing. Okay, so that is it. So it is purely for um survey and interview method students, and it's a diploma course, and it's quite good. Okay, so your course content. Let me just show you course content. So this is what we'll study in this. We'll study this one this semester. Design of fact questionnaires and coding of data. I hope you can see that it's not too. Let me just increase it a bit. Okay. So that's the content. Um, Designing of questionnaires and coding of data. You have what is a pilot survey, identifying the population, aims of what the questionnaire, purpose of what questionnaire. Okay, you have interview guides, types of interviews, purpose of interviews, qualities employers look for, preparing for an interview, dress code, sampling design, census, and sample surveys. Okay, Shidi, can you hear me? Hello, Chidi, you with us? Okay, so like Mohammed, you can unmute your mic, and let's see if Chidi is hearing you also.
Chidi. I think it's gone.
It's gone again. Okay, no problem. Yeah. So this is the course content. As you can see, yeah, it's the course content. So we'll be looking at them, and also we'll try to see how best we can how best we can also look at past questions, how it has been happening, and everything around there. So we'll go through the courses this way. It's quite easy. It's quite simple. It's just because maybe like internet facility and your colleagues will find it difficult to be, but it's like the easiest way for us to like teach now. We have this corona happening and all of that. Okay, so we'll use this Zoom technology to teach, and you go through your classes easily. So I've explained to you the course content for this semester, and it's quite useful. Let's see something. I said what one thing you need to understand as a statistician is that someone asks you what is define statistics. Say someone says what is statistics, and oh you doing diploma in statistics. What is statistics? So it's very important for you to understand what statistics is. Statistics is about you collecting information, and you when you collect that information, you have to like organize that information. You have to like analyze that information, and you draw a conclusion on that information so that you can use it to inform decision making. Okay, like they want to get more chairs or more classroom for students at private college. So you need to get how many students are applying to study at private college. So oh, I have 1,000 students applying to study at private college, and they're all qualified. Do I have accommodation to host them to take classes? So because of the information you've collected, it will help you to inform and cater for this one so that they can be fine and they can go through their courses, they can be fine and all of that. So that is what statistics is about. Everything about statistics is you collecting information, organizing that information, so that you can make influence on that information. You can make a conclusion on that information. You can let people say, oh, as a result of this evidence I have at hand, these are the number of persons in civilian that are unemployed. These are the number of persons in civilian that don't go to school, or these are illiterate. These are literate. Oh, these are the number of schools you have in the country. These are the number of. So that is what statistics does. So like, if you intend working in statistics in the future, it's like these are the type of things that. So like you're working for a bank, you're working for an industry. Oh, this is what you give them data. You analyze data. So our work actually is centered on data, and it's quite useful. So we need to note that statistics is around data collection. You organize the data, and you make some very good conclusion out of those data. You make inferences. You can use it to infer. You can use it to let people understand the situation, the gravity of the problem that is happening, and that is what we do in statistics. So one way we get this information is through a questionnaire. Okay, but so that is and as you can see, designing and using questionnaire. That's our first step. We want to handle questionnaire. This is the information age. Don't forget about that. Just imagine what happens in the world. George Floyd in America just got dead, killed by a police, and it's all over the world. So fast, everybody knows about that. Corona, what is happening all over? It's like we are in the information age. We have WhatsApp, we have, look at what I'm doing now, Zoom, you have Twitter, you have Facebook, you have email, you have Instagram. These are all technologies that you can use to reach people with information. So this is the information age. More information has been published in the last decade than in any all previous history. You have a lot of information. You can go to the web, get a lot of information from the web. Everyone uses information to make decisions about the future. That's it. You just have to use information to make decisions about the future. So if you don't use information, then why? Okay, you just have to use information to make decisions about the future. And if our what information is accurate, you have what a high probability of making a good decision. That's all. If your information is not accurate, then you can't make good decision. And that is why some of civilian like civilian we are having difficult times because we don't have accurate information about our population. Do you have accurate information about youth and civilian? Can you just go somewhere and can you go to the website and just say, oh, I want to see my record on the website that I'm a youth in civilian? So accurate information actually helps government design intervention strategies to help people and help people out of poverty, help people develop, help people become useful citizens. So that is it. So we are in the information ages. And so if I get accurate information, let's say I have the exact number of students at private college, I can cater for them. I can make a very good decision about them with reference who steps, with reference their course, their content, and the case. So that is what we want to establish. That if you have a good or you have accurate information, you can make a better conclusion about whatever you're doing. Okay. So if our what information is inaccurate, our ability to make a correct decision is diminished. So that's why it's difficult, especially in African countries, we have this problem because we don't have accurate information. So we always remain at the back. We always poor because you don't know your people. How can you elevate them out of poverty? You don't have detail about them, who are working, who are not working. So these are some of the things that affect African leaders and African populations. Okay. So in so the first thing I said, the questionnaire is like a tool that we use to get information from people. But how do we get information from people? Ways to get information. Say I will ask in the test. I say, what are the ways that we can get information? Say I ask you a question. Give me one example of a way you can get information from someone else. Yeah, you can unmute your mic and comment. Uh, yes, I am asking Mohammed. Yes, can you tell me one way we can get information in the? Are we together? Yeah, I'm not hearing from Mohammed. Yeah, yeah. You can unmute your mic if you want to say something. Chidi, are you there?
One way of get
Yeah.
one way of getting information is by doing something which is called grouping of people and then asking them random questions to get what
So
you
that
want.
is that is what we refer to as focus group discussion. It's one way. It's a focus group discussion. It's a way of getting information. So that is quite correct. Yeah. Any other way we can get information? Another way we can get information. By talking to you, I can get information from you.
Talking
Yes.
with people.
Exactly. So if I want to get information, so like I ask you in exams or tests, say list ways we can get information. Mohammed has just said, oh, literature search. I can go and search literature, books. I can get information from there. I can go and read or go through the internet. I can surf the internet. That is literature search. I can get information from there. Another way you just mentioned, it's like talking with people. Like if I want to get information from you, I just need to talk to you. You must, and you can genuinely tell me the responses of that. So if I ask how many of you are in class, how many of you are doing this course, how many of you are doing that, that is information I can get from you. I'm talking to you, you can get me information. And Mohammed just mentioned about what a focus group discussion. That is a focus group discussion is used as a what preliminary research technique to what explore people's idea and attitude. It is often used to test new what approaches, such as new products or advertising. So, like, I want to use the focus group discussion. I want to get people's idea, their opinion about things that are happening. So what I do is, Mohammed, meet your mic. Yeah. Okay. So one way we can get that is it's you can form a group of what 6 to 20 persons. Okay, meet in a conference room like or setting with a trained moderator, somebody who regulate them. Just like we normally see on television when people go to television, they get some few group of people to sit there You have a moderator. The moderator is the person that is asking questions, and then the person get feedback. Feedback from what? From the, the respondent. So the moderator will get the feedback from the respondent. That is a focus group discussion. It's another way of getting information. Oh, what is your opinion about COVID-19 in Sierra Leone? Let's give that as an example, as a topic that you might want to share, or you might want people to give their opinion. Somebody will say, this. What's your understanding of the field quality education? What is your understanding of things that are happening? So it could be you have a topic and it's moderated and you can ask questions and people give you feedback. That is a focus group discussion. Now we move on to personal interview. We just discussed about personal interview. One-on-one. I interview you and so I've talked about, don't forget literature, you have literature chat, talking to people, like I can come and talk to people. That is, you're not just talking to one person, you talk to a lot of people. So that is it. You have literature search, you have talking to people. We talk about focus group discussion. Now I'm talking about what? Personal interview. Like I want to actually interview the principal of Rabi College, or I want to interview the president of Sierra Leone. That is personal interview. It's a way to get information. So that is this as statisticians is that remember statistics is about what? How do I get this information? I will organize them in a way and then what? Do some analysis on this information to make what? Conclusion or make influence on what? So I first start with how do I get the information? I get the information one way. Oh, this I'm going to use personal interview to get this information. I'm going to use focus group discussion to get this information. I'm going to talk to people. Or I'm just going to do like literature search to get this information. Another way you can get information is telephone surveys. You get telephone surveys are the fastest method of gathering information. Also, you can easily you when Orange or Africell want to send information to us, they have our numbers. Those who have subscribed to this ones, they have our numbers. So what do? They just send information to everybody. That this is take your time. The use of preventive measures in COVID, the use of this, all of that. This is what the telephone companies do. So if I go to the telephone company and I say, please, I want people to respond to this one question for me, I can send that message to everybody. You can send in your feedbacks to this. You can give a specific number. That is ways telephone surveys we can get information. Shidi, can you hear us now? Can you hear us, Shidi? It's still finding it difficult to connect. Okay, it's okay. So that is you have what? You have the thing, yeah, I guess. Hello? Yo.
Yes, sir.
I hope you guys are online. Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
sir. Yes, sir.
it's just yeah, we can get here from Chidi right now. Nicholas, you with us? And now maybe you have to unmute your mic. Maybe that's why you are not. Oh, well, your mic is not mute. Can you hear us, Nicholas? Okay, I think you with us. Yeah. So as I was explaining, this is like telephone interview surveys. You can get information through telephone surveys. I can call you through a telephone and then ask you for an information. You can give me information. And normally it doesn't normally take large people. Say I want to survey between 100 to 400 respondents. It's quite useful. I'll say, please just give me 5 minutes of your time. I ask you a few questions that you have been selected. And this is normally how also they do raffles and the telephone company. You just sit down and they'll call you, you have won this. Your number came up. This is just like ways and information. What is your name? Where do you live? As the case may be. Another way we can get information is what? Is by what? Mail surveys. Yeah, mail surveys. I can send an email to you, you fill in and everything. Just like before you get an email account, you have to fill in information to get an email account. What is your name, date of birth, yeah, all of this information. And then at the end, they say, congratulations, you now have an email address. So now you can use that email address to correspond with other people in other part of the world and all of that. And so you have mail, that is wherein you send. You can mail surveys are often cost-effective methods of gathering information. The idea for large sample size, okay, or when the sample comes from what? A wide geographical area, the cost a little less than telephone interviews. Instead of calling, I would just send you a mail. Say here is some, let me send a mail to you, and you can respond to that, and then you respond. You also have email and internet surveys. There's some questions that are asked on the internet or the email. These are all ways you get information. So you can send someone an email, the person responds, you are getting information. Or internet surveys for you, as I made mention, for you to get an email in an internet, you have to fill in some details. Okay, so I'll make these notes available to you. They'll print them, and then you guys need to maybe photocopy them and then get them to you so that we can be using them, and you will go faster and complete your course before the end of the semester. And then when you come back, it's just a matter of you writing your exams, and but you have been at least getting content and you are using them. Yeah, COVID will end someday. I'm quite starting over there, or we can still live with COVID as the case may be. So so that is it. So I have mentioned 6 ways that we can get information. 6 ways we can get information. One is what the email and the internet survey. Two is what mail surveys. Three is what we talked about what telephone surveys. Four is what we talk about what personal interview. Five is what talking to people. So focus group discussion. You have what talking to people, and also you have literature search. Literature search, that is where you peruse, like read other books. So 6 or 7 ways you can get information. I think these ones are the best ways we have identified so far that information could be retrieved. Are you with me? Do you have questions so far? Or do you have comments to make as I pause my mic and wait for your comment?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
What is the meaning by the word influence? Influence?
When you say inference, it's like you want to say, for example, you want to make a conclusion on the population. But it's like it's like another way I can put influence is like you want to generalize some your findings. Okay, so remember, you say 30% of the boys, or 30% of students at private college are from what the Western area. That is an influence that I've made. Are you getting it? That is, I've generalized. I've tried to like conclude, you know. So we get this information to make what conclusions, which is like the conclusion could be your finding, but that finding, converting that one into terms of like referring to the population, then you're making an inference that 60 or 70% of persons in Sierra Leone are illiterate. That is an inference that you've made. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah. Any other issues there? I think you got that from the definition of statistics that we make inference in the population. Yes, Mohammed.
No question, sir.
You don't have a question at the moment.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so what have we achieved so far? We now know. Can we highlight some of the ways we can get information now, and what statistics is all about?
Secret research,
Yeah.
email,
Okay, we can email to get information.
personal interview,
Yeah, we have telephone interviews, right?
or telephone interview.
Okay. So these are all ways we can
Yes,
talking
sir.
to
Yes, sir.
people as the case may be.
Talking to
These are
people, focus
yeah,
group,
these are all ways we can get
do
information.
surveys.
Exactly. Okay. So that is it, and that is how we can get information. Um, Chidi, I think you can hear us now. You can unmute your mic and talk. Yeah, I know you can hear us, but your mic is mute. That's why when you talk, we can hear you. So if you unmute your mic, then when whatever you say, we can hear you. Okay, with time you will cope with technology. Okay, so that is it so far. We have talked about ways to get information. I've discussed to you also the course content. Now we want to move on to the questionnaire research. Remember, what is the questionnaire research? We're talking about questionnaires, survey and interview methods. And one of the tools that we use in surveys and interview methods is the questionnaire. The questionnaire is very, very important to us as statisticians. That is wherein you have questions listed on a paper. And these questions, for example, somebody will come to you say, well, they don't need to ask you for your gender, if either you're a male or a female. Okay? They just need maybe how old are you? I can ask your age. Okay? Which high school did you attend? Which college did you attend? These are information. This could be on a questionnaire, and then you can use that to do your work. Okay? So today is a start of our class. As I said, I'm going to upload this to your YouTube channel so that you can get access to the notes or what we have discussed so far as a class, and that will encourage others to join in our subsequent classes to come next class when we'll be holding meeting. I only have something like 9 minutes more for today's class. It's YouTube. YouTube is like you YouTube what's it Zoom gives 40 minutes for meetings in the for less than 100. University has not paid yet for us to like be hosting meetings for regular. But also, I may not want to record a very huge voluminous content so that people will find it boring to listen on the YouTube channel. But what we have discussed so far, you can go over and again, listen to it, and then understand. So this is one. What I will what would be like a take home for today is that you have your course content, and then secondly, we have talked about ways to get information, and our target is we are statisticians. What do we do? What do we investigate as statisticians? Statisticians, we collect information. We try to organize those information, and then we do analysis on those information. We come up with conclusions. These conclusions are what we use to make inference on our population, on people, on our activities. And then tell government, for example, say, people are in quarantine as we go through COVID. Some of the people are not in quarantine as we go through COVID. So there's no need for quarantine. Let everybody stay home. Let's, you know, as a result of data, as a result of information that you gathered, facts that you can use to measure, and then you say, this is the decision you take. For example, government might want to know how many pupils do we have in the primary school who will be writing the MPSC exams, who will be writing WAS exams. These are information that you can use. And we should cater. If government does not know how many students will be writing the MPSC exams, they don't have the registered number of students. They will just go and print questions like that. Maybe you see that the questions are enough or they are what. This is some of the reasons why we play around statistics, all this. And the world depends on statistics. If you need information, you need data to regulate your existence. Okay? So as I said, today is the first class, and we have discussed that. So what will be your final content that you study today is the questionnaire research flow change. So what is questionnaire research? I have talked about how we get information. Questionnaire, these are just lists of questions on a paper that you can ask people to give you responses on. So questionnaire research design proceeds in an orderly and specific manner. Each item in the flowchart depends upon the successful completion of all the previous items. Therefore, it is important not to skip a single step. I can ask, say I want to do a research. I want to use the questionnaire research. I'm not going to use, um, say telephone. Okay, I can get the questions, but it's going to be through telephone interview or mail an interview. But my research is questionnaire. I want to do a questionnaire research. Okay, questionnaire is like when you want to fill for you to get a Zoom account, you have to fill some information, your name, this, some details before you are given a Zoom account. You download it, you have a Zoom account. If you have a Zoom account, just like email to you fields information. So what you be filling was like it's a questionnaire that you responding to, and then you get your own email. So it follows this method. Say I want to undertake a questionnaire research. First, I have to design the methodology. Which method am I going to use? Am I going to use telephone, personal, interview, person to talking to person, or talking to people? That is the methodology you're using. Determine feasibility. Is it important? These people that I'm going to ask this question, is it the best people I'm going to ask the questions to give me good response? Say for example, I want to get information about the salary of teachers in Sierra Leone. Do I need to go and ask farmers? Do I need to go and ask other people? No, no, no. I don't need to. I'll just concentrate on what teachers of all categories, those teaching in primary school, preschool, those teaching in secondary school, those teaching in senior secondary school. These are the teachers I will ask. Maybe in experience time, maybe I'll get like 50. And then I can use the result I get that I'll say, oh, teachers that are teaching in a senior secondary school, this is the average salary they are receiving. That is the inference I'm making on the population. Of remember, I use only 50% teachers in civilian, but I'm making what? A conclusion on every teacher in the country. Have you seen how inference comes in? How you can generalize for everybody. That this is what is a salary scale for teachers that hold a BSc degree, for teachers that hold what? HTC, for teachers that hold this degree, and as the case may be. So you look at when once you say method I'm going to use, what am I going to say? Is it feasible? Is it what? And then you develop your instrument. That is the type of questions that you ask if you want to get information from teachers who are working. And then when you develop the instrument, you have what we refer to as what? Select sample. I don't need to interview every Sierra Leonean to know the salary scale of Sierra Leoneans. I just need to interview those who are laborers, those who are what? Cleaners, those who are what? Bankers, this. Then I can get information about what? The salary structure of everybody in Sierra Leone. So that's the sample selection. Okay. And then you have what we refer to as the conduct a pilot test. Pilot test is before you actually do. Whenever you want to like conduct a survey, before you actually get the how would I say the actual survey running, you first have to go and test your instrument. When you test your, that is the pilot test. That these questions are asked, can people respond to these questions? Can they understand? Can they follow up as the case may be? Then it's a pilot test. Okay, and then you after the pilot test now, if you observe there is any issue, there is any problem with what with the instrument that you have developed, the instrument.
Because I've been doing arrange with them. So
Chidi,
I think say now you I will call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, Chidi, I know it's now you're connecting the audio, so you can mute your mic and so that we cannot get the background or you reduce the volume. Yeah, you have been in and out today, but it will be okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I see Mohammed and is it Beku? Yeah. Isaac.
Isaac.
Yeah, Mohammed and Isaac have been quite okay. So you need to share with them so that you understand how you can use the technology better. They have been very good today, and I've recorded all of this when I only have some like 2 minutes more, and I'll post what we have discussed so far about our course content, our and then we've started something on ways to get information. We're now discussing the questionnaire. We also know what statistics is, what is statistics now, and what is our focus as statistician, and what this course is all about. That is that is what I have discussed today. I will let you come and collect the course content so that you can photocopy for your friends. They can collect it somewhere, and then they can pay for it. Chidi, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So after you have conducted you have devised your instrument, what do? You conduct the research. That is, you actually go and do the work now and get the information. I have selected 50% in Sierra Leone to actually they tell me what is the salary structure of workers in Sierra Leone. Maybe five of them are laborers. I have teachers, five of them, lecturers, as the case may be, in different categories of people. And then you can what? I can use that to what? Do my analysis. After doing my analysis, the final stage is what? As a statistician, you always what? Prepare a report. Okay? you prepare a report as a statistician. That is what we have achieved so far today, and we'll continue next week. I will post this tape to the YouTube channel. I will forward the channel to you. So if you have anything to say now, it's time you say that, and we'll continue next week as I pause. Yeah. Any comment to say? If you have any comment to say, or if you're okay, then we'll close the class and then we continue next week. So we are all okay with what we have been discussing so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay then,
Thanks.
guys. Yeah. Okay then, bye guys. I'll see you guys next week, and I hope you access the YouTube channel to get more of what we have discussed. Okay, and go
Okay.
over and again and again. And okay, thank you for being online.